This game is called the Backrooms Lost and Found. Go ahead and forget everything you think you know about the Backrooms, because this game has almost nothing to do with proper lore. This should be my last short video for a while, hopefully, so please, subscribe. Help my dreams come true. We were first asked if we wanted helpful hints, which we gracefully declined before we were plunged into the game. Literally. I began my new adventure by looking around my immediate area, noting that I could sprint along with a few other unimportant controls. If you know much about the Backrooms, then you know it's pretty much an endless maze. So imagine my surprise when I found a painting on the wall that prompted a sort of scavenger hunt. Knowing what I now had to do, sort of, I began looking around for more of the paintings, noticing not all of them triggered the found weird painting screen. I headed up the stairs where I noticed my first, I'll call it anomaly of this game, whatever this is. It turned out to just be this thing though, so our journey continued. Shortly after though, I noticed his pose had changed, and between you and me, his other pose was better. I proceeded by walking past him where I spotted my second painting. Noting that this one said curious painting instead of weird painting this time, I then spent some time wandering around until I found this sign. Queef, oh queef, come and save me. Almost immediately after that though, we did get to witness some actual excitement. That static carried on for a bit before we found ourselves wandering again, before running into another friend and seeing what I can only imagine are those queefs the writing on the wall was talking about earlier. Since a pane of glass separated us from it though, we'd have to push him from our mind for the time being. I then got an answer as to what the swirling symbol I saw earlier meant. It's basically an indicator that I can jump near it and I'll enter the negative side. The negative side's only real purpose was allowing us to get to certain places. It's worth noting that the mannequins can actually move on the negative side, so if you're unfortunate enough to run into one. After a bit more walking, we were finally connected with our lost friend, where we noticed a sign on the wall asking what queefs are. Not sure what the relevance of it is, but we picked up the queef child since he appeared to be lost, and continued our journey where the child explains that he was in fact lost and employs us to locate his home. After picking up the almond water, we enter a room with mesmerizing blue lights and beautiful music, causing us to forget where we are for a brief moment. But then we make it to the other side and are quickly reminded. Bruh. Moving forward from that poor interior design, we passed one of the mannequins who tried to speak to us, but I have no idea what he was saying. After that though, we came up to a sign that gave us a puzzle that was too easy to complete. That just led us to another almond water, but after that we arrived at the fireplace room that we end up using as a car. After entering the room, the child tells us that this isn't his room, but it looks nice and decides to sit by the fire. A bit sus, if you ask me. He then proceeds to tell me that his mother's missing and asks if I can find her, like I have a choice in the matter. And this is exactly when this room turns into a car, as mentioned earlier. After reaching the other side, I exited in search of the queef mother before encountering our first liminal space. It was basically just a crack in the wall that if you looked through, you could then mysteriously pass through. This was unfortunately also an entrance to the negative side. And these signs were our first hint that the mannequins weren't as friendly as I initially thought them to be. Given that it didn't seem like we had much of a choice but to proceed, I pushed the chair over for some reason before moving behind this back wall and jumping down a hole that returned us to the positive side. The mannequin that was previously blocking this liminal hole had moved, allowing me to enter, where after stumbling around for a bit, we came across an indoor thunderstorm. Our journey for the Queef Mother led us to another hole leading to the negative side, where upon entering we actually witnessed the mannequins for the first time, or at least their aura or something. Eventually we made it back to the positive side, where we were able to finally locate the Queef's mother and reunite her with her child with minimal setbacks. Shortly after this though, I started to get bored, so I never actually found the father. I hope this video was somewhat enjoyable. The videos will start to get longer and the audio quality should start to increase soon. In any case, take care.